question is, when staring at your big goal and it seems like a massive elephant that you can't conquer, what will you do? Well, that's the question, and this podcast, Eat Your Elephant, is here to help you to find the answer that will keep you moving forward and making progress. Because you can eat your elephant one bite at a time. I'm your host, Nick Macy, and let's dive right in. Well, hello there. Glad you're here. I got a question for you. Have you ever just had a really big goal that had a ton of steps and that you got a little distracted, maybe overwhelmed by all the different things that you got to do in order to get where you want to go? Have you? Well, I know I have. In fact, there's a few things that I'm trying to do, a few of my goals right now, where there's a lot of different moving parts that I have to, do, accomplish, check off, or get set up for. And all that stuff, all those many, many steps that are going to go into me accomplishing this goal, sometimes it can get a little distracting, overwhelming. So that's where this podcast is going to focus on. So let me go ahead and just give you the main takeaway of this episode. It's whatever you do, do not think about all the other steps. Well, a lot easier said than done, but if you have a big goal, then one single step's probably not going to get you there. It's a big goal. It's going to take many steps. And see, the problem in my mind isn't the number of steps. The problem for me and maybe some of you is that it's easy to get distracted by all the other steps that go into achieving this goal, and I end up losing sight of the absolute single next step. See, all I need to do, and all you need to do, most likely, is just do the next step. It isn't to say that you never think about what's coming next, but if you spend too much time and energy thinking and focusing on what you need to do far down the road, then you won't be making any progress to even get there. So what's the next thing that you need to do, the very next step that'll move you a little bit closer to accomplishing your goal? Okay. Do that one thing. Because you can't take the 10th step towards your goal until you take the first one. Makes a lot of sense. You can't do a step that's far down the road until you do the step that's right in front of you. Now, what about planning? Planning can be good, right? Of course. Have a plan. Having a plan is a great thing. It can help you to succeed. But it can be easy to get stuck in planning. Or even just to continue to think about the plan, try to perfect the plan and try to make little tweaks to it. Make sure that we know exactly what's going to go on later on down the road on that 10th or 12th step. Okay. But what if all that time and energy thinking about perfecting, making adjustments, or making sure we understand all of it, what if that time and energy could be taken and put into actually making progress toward the goal? Because a little problem with a plan, even a perfect plan, is that it's not going to stay perfect probably, because unexpected stuff happens. So sometimes we got to take a little bit of that energy and focus away from really planning and put it forward toward taking action. Because even if you don't know every little single detail of every single step of the entire plan, that's okay. And if you're distracted and overwhelmed, when you think about all those steps, that's okay too. All you need to do is what's next and repeat. No, it's really basic, really simple, but that's all you can do. All you can do is what's next and then repeat. Now, along the way, you might make some adjustments to your plan. You might learn some new things. You might do some things different or better. That's okay. All you're doing is the next step and repeating. Because you can make it. You can achieve your goal. You can take action today to get yourself a little bit closer to your goal and what you want to accomplish in life. All you got to do is do what's next. So whatever your goal is, whatever that big elephant that you're trying to conquer is in your life, focus on the next step. whatever the next thing is for you to do, and see if it doesn't help you to move closer to your goal. Well, thanks for listening to Eat Your Elephant. I hope this podcast helps you to conquer your goals. As always, you can listen on my website. You can go to EYEpodcast.com. Listen to recent episodes there. While you're there, sign up to get my weekly tips to help keep you on track with your goal. Thanks for listening. Take care. Hope you have a great day making progress towards your goal by focusing on the next step.